Alright folks, welcome back to the channel Techado again, and this is all about the new iPad Air 2020. Now in the beginning you'll be seeing that same camera system, so they didn't change, it's the same camera system, microphone at the back, thickness pretty similar to an iPad Pro 2018 and 2020. And funny thing is that I was hoping that they do not take off the dual speaker system. Yes, they do have dual speaker surround system. Apart from that, the screen resolution on this iPad is a 2K resolution. So whenever you're watching movie, as for example right now I'm watching HBO Max, the speakers and the 2K resolution make this an ideal iPad for entertainment. Now here comes productivity. In productivity, this iPad has a USB-C. So when it has a USB-C, you can connect a lot of USB-C accessories. So from my old iPad, I did keep my very favorite hyperdrive, and that hyperdrive allows me to connect multitude of accessories as I'm constantly using an SD card, a USB, transferring footage from here to there, and editing that on my LumaFusion. So yes, that USB-C helps, and that accessory is the #1 recommended accessory because that's an all-in-one accessory. You are not going to be stuck with multitude of accessories, and that hyperdrive actually has an HDMI out if you want to connect your iPad to an external display. Next, why I did pick up this, because of the A14 Bionic. Now I shouldn't have done that because I thought that A12 versus A14 is a huge jump. I totally forgot that there was a M12 processor. Now that M12, that's what makes the iPad Pro a little bit more interesting, because your iPad Pro 2020, even though it has a A12Z Bionic chip, it has a M12 core processor. Now what does that embedded M12 core processor does? That embedded M12 core processor actually divides computing and divides graphics into two sort of parts. So the iPad Pro will be way more better if you are using it for video editing purposes. And I was like, dang, why didn't I read that before? But I was not that unhappy with the iPad Air. 10.9 inch versus 11 doesn't make a lot of difference. Also, whenever you're editing small video, last video was a Jetson Bolt kind of a review, and this review was actually shot with a 360 camera. There was multiple timelines out here, as you can see, that I mixed and matched with some B-roll shots. I was using extensively 360 because, to be very honest, as a single person, sometimes you just have to go 360 maybe, and I had a voiceover, so 3 timelines together on one kind of video. Let's watch and dive into gaming. So in gaming, I was expecting, since this is a 60 Hertz panel, and you will see definitely there is a lag going on, I was expecting decent performance, and as I expected, that happened. So in this video, you're seeing that I'm playing Real Racing 3. The Real Racing 3 game is not that graphics extensive, but it was giving me that feeling that the layers are loading a tiny bit slower. And since if you're gaming or anything and you're gaming for a long time, you are going to notice that small glitch. I would say it's not a glitch, it's like that time or latency that happens when you are gaming and you get those layers loading up. Otherwise, on like a regular purpose, you're not going to notice this. I think on camera also I couldn't show you properly whether I was seeing it or not, but I was definitely feeling that. Great battery performance. I do get around about 7 or 8 hours using like LumaFusion. I get around about 6 hours. You do get a 20-watt USB adapter included, USB-C adapter included. You also get a USB-C cable included. Now you might be wondering, is this the Apple Pencil 3? No, this is not the Apple Pencil 3. This is going to be the Zagg's alternative for Apple Pencil 2. Now I pre-selected this because everybody uses Apple Pencil for one reason, is that it's magnetic charging, which this one is not because that is patented, and it has that double tap feature. Now that will cost you $130. This is around about $40 or $50. It's $69. Sometimes it goes on sale. I bought it on sale for $49. The reason behind is that the job of this is just to do simple notes. There's a small button out here. Let me show you. All it does is simple notes, and it has got this soft nipped stylus on the top. So whenever you're not using the pencil, you can still use the back part as a soft nib stylus. And here it becomes very interesting. So for example, I'm taking notes. I will click out here. And after that, you see that red button, and after some time it will blink and it will stop blinking. When it stops blinking, I can use the back part of the pencil to scroll. So I'm using the back part of the pencil to scroll, and I can use the front part of the pencil as a regular pencil. So I can like write down class 1, class 2, class 3, and it behaves and acts as a regular pencil. Also, just not to lose this, you can magnetically attach this to your iPad, which means that it's not going to fall from your iPad, but there is no added support for charging. To charge this, you just have to lift this up and you'll see a USB-C charger. I would say the battery life on the Zagg is not that great, so you'll be getting around about 5 hours. For me, I do like take notes or write down notes for like 1 hour on a daily basis, so it lasts me like 2 or 3 days probably. Your back camera is a 12 megapixel camera at an aperture 1.8. The background is a little bit blurry, as you can notice carefully, and when I zoom in, it doesn't hold that much of detail. But fortunately, your front camera is a little bit different this time. It's a 7 megapixel camera. So this is a picture from the front camera, which is 7 megapixel, and it's okay. I would say it's okay. It's 2020. Come on, Apple, you got to give us some better cameras in the front now. My God, how long we have been stuck in this same kind of megapixels for so many years, and nobody does anything. Anyways, it does have FaceTime HD. Overall, I would actually give a 4 out of 5 for this iPad Air. My only complaint is going to be, why not include an extra microphone? Why not change this camera and make it a 12 megapixel front camera also? The front camera is not that great, to be honest, but I'm pretty sure they kept it for FaceTime. Otherwise, the speakers are pretty good. The resolution is a 2K resolution, so watching movies and everything or entertainment on this is pretty amazing, and comes in many colors. So I'll put a link down below, because the iPad Air is probably the only iPad that comes in blue, green, comes in gray, which is this one. It also comes in I think a silver and white, silver. That was it, folks. That was all from the channel Techado. I hope you guys enjoyed this presentation, enjoyed an honest opinion and an honest review about the new iPad Air. If you like this presentation, drop a like below, hit that subscribe button, and turn on those notifications to get reviews like this coming up to you. Goodbye.